Good morning. It's January 25th, and I'd like to welcome you to the reading of the Gospel from Patmos. It's a daily devotional with everyday insights for living from the last book of the Bible. I'm reading Revelation chapter 1, verse 17. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet like a dead man. John Paulian writes, "As we saw yesterday, encountering Jesus in vision greatly shocked John. You could say that the book of Revelation arose out of some shock therapy that Jesus administered to the prophet. Jesus comes to him in a totally unexpected form. He breaks the mold into which the apostle had placed him. He stretches the boundaries of the revelator's experience, challenging him to a bigger picture of Jesus. And the reality is that we all struggle to move past our own limitations when it comes to our understanding of who God is. If I were a Muslim, I'd probably have a hard time grasping that God could be pleased with someone who doesn't fast for 1 month out of the year and pray 5 times a day. I would have no problem eating snakes or rabbits, but I would have a hard time imagining God who could overlook the consumption of pork. I'd look down on Christians who drink while smoking like a chimney. If I were a Jehovah's Witness, I would probably have a hard time accepting that God could use a blood transfusion to save the life of a child. And if I were a Mormon, I might have a difficult time acknowledging a God who could do mighty acts through such people as Moses and Peter, who didn't know enough to wear special underwear. Many Catholics have a hard time believing that a minister or a priest can truly please God without being celibate. In Jesus' day, some Jews had a hard time watching the disciples pick a grain and munch on it while walking through a field on the Sabbath. Who could do that and still be in the service of God? Hindus can't eat beef, but pork is okay. Many Christians thought that the Crusades were a just and holy war. Protestants on both sides of the American Civil War prayed that God would bring victory to their cause. All of this reminds me of one of the best book titles I've ever read, Your God is Too Small. The Jesus of Revelation is the antidote to small God syndrome. We call him meek and mild. Many that knew him best thought he was a dangerous revolutionary. After all, he called upstanding clergy, labeling them hypocrites. He referred to the local government as that fox. Earnest religious people he labeled sons of the devil. And he kept company with prostitutes and tax swindlers. Twice he crashed a temple yard, knocking over the merchandise, mixing up money they had neatly separated into various accounts, and driving the members off the property. He went out of his way to heal a homeless person, but seemed to have little respect for important people. Jesus sure would be nice to have around if he would just do things our way. Lord, help me to accept you as you really are, not just the way I wish you were. Amen.